Right, hello YouTube, and welcome to a quick video that I'm going to call Me, Myself and I. This is where I am going to try out two different cueing techniques against myself. So, Andy Long is my approach where I feather the ball a couple of times and then follow through and strike. And Andy Short is where I point, aim and fire. So like no feathers or anything, just get down, make sure I'm hitting the right point of the white, and then striking the cue ball. Because I find that sometimes playing quickly like that helps, but on some shots it won't do. So this is a little bit of a test to see which way is better under game situations, because this is literally just a frame with me. So I am keeping score. Hopefully you'll be able to tell between apart from the shots where I'm up the other end of the table, which one of me is playing the shot at any one time. I think there's at least one 20 plus break in here and one break that is a smidge over 40, so that's not giving too much away because I'm not saying which technique is doing which. It might be both from the same one, it might be one from each, who knows. But I will, as per normal, skip out a load of the bump in the middle if I can. But quite happy with that red because that's developed the black. I know it's going to be a very awkward shot to cue with that red there. I'm going to have to go full Mark Selby yoga style-y sitting on the table job. I suppose that will stretch out the legs a bit. No. But no, yeah, that black was a bit tough. So at the moment, I believe this is on the quick variation of cueing. So point, aim and strike, a bit like that. And on some of these easier shots, it does work quite well. I know there's a lot to be said for following your set pre-shot routine. You know, standing behind the shot, making sure feet are in the right position, because that always helps, and then getting down on the shot, sighting it, doing your feathers, and then playing the shot. But sometimes, if you've got a shot like the black, that not that one I've just missed, but the one the one that I had sitting over the corner, sometimes you already know in your head how hard you're going to hit the ball, so why not kind of just get on with it? I know you need to give the same amount of care and attention to what is perceived to be an easy shot over a difficult shot, and you will see that a little bit later on, where I fluff a complete sitter because I'm thinking about what the white's doing. I don't think I've played that shot yet. Yeah, sorry, no, feathers and cueing. So sometimes it can be beneficial to do the longer process or your full process, but sometimes you can get yourself stuck in that, and then you'll end up missing because you're thinking in your head, oh, I need to be hurrying up, or vice versa, where your pre-shot routine might be too quick and you psychologically you're thinking that you need to take longer, and you're still playing the stuff too quick, and that's when you start snatching at balls, and we all know what happens when you do that. They don't excuse me, tend to go in. But some of these balls are going in quite nicely thus far, although I've played that. I'll tell you what, that is an absolutely ace positional shot. That is absolutely prime position of where you want to leave the cue ball if you were playing a safety shot up off the yellow. But I've cued that one all right, actually, to be fair. And I think I've left myself a smidge low on the black, which is where I wanted it to be, so I can then punch up for the red that's above and to the left of it. I think that's what I'm going to play, looking at the angle at the moment. Oh no, that was straighter than I thought it was, looking at the picture, and I've absolutely murdered the black and put a load of unwanted side on it. I did get on the red that I wanted to get onto, but obviously I missed the black, so that's no good. Now this one, I should be cannoning it into the red that's loose on the right hand side. I did, but as this is my short cue action, I hadn't given... See, that's one of those times when I haven't given myself, in my head, enough time to possibly process it, but when I got round behind the shot, that's what I instinctively saw, was I was going to get a full ball cannon on it. It didn't happen, and I ended up having to play a safety shot off of it. So, yeah, and then a shot to nothing there. Not fussed about missing that one, just fussed about getting the white back up the other end of the table. But yeah, so I had I think it was a 21, 22, something like that. It was a low 20s break with the longer cue action a minute ago. And it seems to be a couple of reds and a couple of colours with the excuse me, with the shorter action in this particular frame anyway. So difficult red here, but on and off the cushion, and if I get this one in, I'll be on the black. Albeit quite close, but yeah. Actually really happy with that shot, because that was particularly tough, cueing off the cushion. Right, just nudging into those two reds above the black, so now that they both definitely go to the left corner. But here we go. Have a look at that fluff. Yes, you absolute... Ugh. Fill in the blank. That's one of those ones where I was using the tracer side to try and get the white closer, or rather sort of low on the black rather than leaving it straight, and just completely muddied the pot. So yeah, don't really know what to say about that, apart from it was absolutely toilet. But nicely cued that one off again off the cushion, and let's play the red in open play to begin with, because that will take me down nicely onto the black. It shouldn't be too difficult at all. And I'm very slightly low on this, which is good, because it means I can play a soft screw and come up for a choice of those two reds into the left corner. Doesn't really matter where I put the cue ball there, because I've always got the pink nicely over the middle. But I'm, I believe, straight on this one, so I can just gently roll through a little bit, making sure I haven't left myself straight. Otherwise, all you can do is obviously go forwards and backwards. Perhaps a little bit more angle than I wanted, but do you know what? I'm high on the black, so I'm happy. Just means a trace of right needed on the cue ball to bring it up towards that red. But again, that one, it didn't really matter if I'm high or low on this one, because if I'm high, I can come back down for the black. If I'm low, like I am now, I just drop it in like this, and then I've got a nice, easy pink to take me on to the next red. Yeah, I wanted a little bit more pace on that, just to, so I didn't have to lean quite so much over the table. So just drop that one in, and I'm a bit straighter on this than I would have liked. And it's the wrong side of the pink. I'd essentially be high on the pink, and I am only a smidge, and I'm a fraction high on the black. But if I play that one with running side and top, so top right, it ran round nicely off a couple of cushions and has got me onto the yellow. And Gareth has come through the door as I was queuing that one.
Not particularly, I was on 39, that was 41. But yeah, I've taken my eyes off that. The door's open, pushed through with the queue. Oh no. And I haven't come back far enough for the green.
Play it again. Is it a liner?
No.
So that yellow meant that I finished on a break of 41, and yeah, the door, as the door was opening, I took my eyes off the table and off of completely what I was doing, but managed to get the pot, but I didn't get anywhere. I stuck myself on the green, so there was no point in even bothering to try and play that. So the long and the short of it is that the short queue action works sometimes, but the queue action where I'm actually taking my time a little bit seems to be the one that works more often than not. So I think that's the one I'm going to try and implement on most of the shots, other than the absolute dollies where I don't really have to think about it. If you enjoyed this, then great stuff. If you find it helpful, even better. Thank you very, very much for watching, if you have stayed all the way to the end. And I will see you next time with my next video. So for now, take care.